So these artifacts, the model 1942 jump jacket, this piece of white parachute, and then this piece of camouflage parachute and the patch belong to First Sergeant Elden F. Hermann, or Buzz as he was called. He was an enlisted soldier in Company M of 3rd Battalion, 134th Infantry Regiment in the 30s, and then in 1940, when the 134th Infantry got activated for the 1 year of training, Buzz went with the 134th Infantry down to Camp Joseph T. Robinson, Arkansas. Sometime between 1940 and 1941, Buzz was recruited to join this new cool thing in the Army called the Airborne Corps. So he participated in the forming of the Airborne Corps, mostly the 502nd Parachute Infantry Regiment, for the 101st Airborne. He wasn't part of the first jump, but he was definitely part of like jumps 2 and 3. There, he's got a lot of photos of him actually static line jumping from the towers at Benning, and they quit that pretty early. But he's coming down, and he's wearing the gold football helmet and the whole 9 yards. And on June 6, 1944, D-Day, Buzz jumped in with this jacket here. It was a brand new issue item for D-Day, so the pockets are a little bit bigger, rigger made pockets. They're easier to get into, so they could stack them full or pack them full of stuff. They had this belt to cinch up the excess fabric so you wouldn't get caught in your parachute harness and risers and stuff like that. And then it had a zipper on it versus buttons, and then it snapped up around the collar to help keep your neck from chafing on all your risers and stuff. And then it also had big buttons on the cuffs so you could roll your cuffs up after you jump, and then padded reinforced elbows. Then he also saved from D-Day a portion of his white parachute for his night jump on D-Day, and then his camouflage parachute for his market garden jump. And then he's got his 50 Deuce Widowmaker original patch of the 502nd Airborne Infantry Regiment. Then he worked his way on D-Day. He was a regimental communications sergeant for the 502nd. And he actually jumped in on D-Day with carrying a thing of homing pigeons. And he landed a few meters away from a German anti-aircraft battery, and he drowned his homing pigeons to avoid detection by the Germans. And he participated in every jump during World War II, both D-Day, Market Garden. He was in the Battle of Bastogne, did that as the regimental headquarters company first sergeant. And at the end of the war, he got out as a first sergeant and moved down to Tucson, Arizona with his wife due to contracting tuberculosis. He died in 1970. He saw it all. He did everything. I mean, from all the test platoons, the train up the jumps, and then jumping in on D-Day, being there for Carrollton, Purple Heart Lane, and then going to Battle of Bastogne, doing all of Bastogne, surviving that, then jumping in on Market Garden too. I mean, the guy did everything. You talk about just like a Nebraska National Guard guy, just started off regular guard, got called up in 1940, and then said, hey, yeah, I'll do it. I'll go be airborne. I'll be the guinea pig for this thing. And 75 years later, it's still going. And people are still crazy enough to jump out of airplanes.